Earlier on in the year, here on my channel, I gave 6 movies a second chance, and one of those movies was Wrong Turn from 2003. Now, that movie is the perfect time capsule for everything that was popular in 2003. We're talking its music choices, its fashion choices, its actors in the lead role. Everything about it says, I was made in the early 2000s. Now, in the comment section of that video though, I did ask, was it worth continuing on with the series, because I haven't actually seen anything else in the Wrong Turn series beyond the first movie, and the overwhelming response was that I needed to watch at least Wrong Turn 2, and everything else in the series after that is incredibly hit or miss. So I have agreed that I am going to watch Wrong Turn 2 and find out exactly why everyone says that this one is the best one in the franchise. But if you don't know anything about Wrong Turn 2 Dead End from 2007, let me quickly fill you in. Retired military commander Colonel Dale Murphy hosts a simulated post-apocalyptic reality TV show where participants are challenged to survive the remote West Virginia forest. There they encounter a family of deformed cannibals who want to slaughter them all and dine on their flesh. If you're new here, I go by Hordes, and if you aren't new, welcome back. I talk about horror movies on Mondays and Fridays here on my channel, but as always, when it comes to watching movies that I haven't seen before, I am now going to go and watch Wrong Turn 2 Dead End off camera, so that way if you too decide that you want to watch this Cannibal movie from 2007, nothing will be spoilt for you, because nobody wants to watch a movie you've just watched somebody else watch from start to finish, because you then know exactly what's going to happen, and here we keep it spoiler free.
I'm cooking!
Holy crap, the beginning of this movie, I was not expecting that, and it brings a whole new meaning to the saw the lady in half trick, or in this case, the slice the lady in half trick. The reality TV show in this is like a mad hybrid of Survivor, Big Brother, Fear Factor, and Jackass, and every single one of the participants in this, I guarantee that you at some point have seen somebody that matches every single one of them on an actual reality TV show. To get slightly personal for a moment, I, as a woman who dates other women, have met more than my fair share of Jonesies in this movie, particularly in my late teens and early 20s, and every single one of them seems to think that they are entitled to details about my bedroom sports activities. Like, I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly. If it was me in this movie, I would have offered this guy top tin garnish to the Cannibal family. Like, no questions asked. You can have this one.
Bon appétit!
Everybody else is at least bearable in this. In your typical, I am gonna do anything to be a reality TV star and get my 15 minutes of fame kind of bearable. The people that you can spend an hour a week of reality TV with and they do not bore the pants off of you or annoy the shit out of you, and at least they are trying to take the competition seriously. Maybe not Eleanor, who at one point, rather than looking for food, decides that she's gonna gob down on a human eggplant instead. Like, she's a bit of a waste. She's kind of a throwaway character, to be honest. And the other character that kind of annoys me is Amber, but that's just because she's really not developed as well as everybody else. She is the former military character in this and the token LGBTQ character in this, but it's never sort of elaborated on, like, what she did in the military. She's just kind of there to be the female, like, I'm the tough girl of the group stereotype. Henry Rollins as Dale. Like, this man is out here Bear Grylls-ing it in full camo, mud smeared across his face, like stitching himself up from injuries like the man is made of fabric. Like, his character is insane and I kind of love him compared to, like, over everybody else. Like, this guy is like next level. Like, if you've seen this movie, the scene with the shotgun where the cannibal gets shot is a particular highlight, and I laughed so hard at this. And the scene in the cabin where you meet his new friend, who happens to sound like Mater from Cars.
Big hat coming through. Get her done, 51!
I love an explosion in a horror movie, and I love it even more when the thing that is exploding is a person, and Henry Rollins gives me this not just once, but twice. So bonus points for this, because the man has managed to craft the Bambo from Dead Rising in real life. Being from the UK, we, to the best of my knowledge, do not have the inbreeding problem that seems to be going on in certain areas of the US, and I can thank my comments section for this when I watched the original Wrong Turn, because some of you filled me in on details that I didn't need to know, and now know in detail about what happens in certain states in the US that I will now not be visiting. But I like the cannibals in this one a lot more than I did in the original one. Like, they feel like a proper little family unit. There's even generations in this, and I love that. Like, they feel like a family, and they show these family dynamics, and then they have some not so family dynamics. She says, still trying to keep this YouTube friendly. They just feel like more of a threat in this one, especially when you know that the entire like forest area that they live in is rigged to catch humans. There's no animals, there's no birds. They are hunting for a human Happy Meal, and that is the only thing that they plan on catching. There is one particular scene in this that stands out to me, and it is the dining table scene. It feels very, very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the Sawyer family, but mixed with the Baker family from Resident Evil 7. It just feels that little bit more sinister and a little bit more gritty, and I am still not eating what you put in front of me at that table.
A great towering mountain of slop!
The two-person death scene with the arrow is so good. It is so simple, but it is so effective. And Wrong Turn 2 has this really good mix of really violent, really gory deaths, and really simple but really effective and still gory deaths, and it makes this really good mix and gives it a good balance. The effects are fairly decent in this one too. The practical effects look a lot more effective than the CGI effects, but this is far from being the worst CGI that I have seen from 2007 or around 2007. If you want CGI that has not aged well from around then, just watch Stay Alive from 2006, because oh boy, that will make you laugh, because that one has not aged well at all, and I will take the CGI of Wrong Turn 2 over that any day. I have a slight issue with the pacing of this movie though, particularly as we get into that like end third of the movie. Anything between the dining scene to when things start to properly kick off for the finale, it does feel like it loses a little bit of pacing, and if they'd have just been able to make that a little bit snappier, I think that the ending would have been even more effective. Like, you give me that much blood in the finale, I want to get to that as fast as possible, because the ending in this, the deaths in this at the end, they're all really, really good fun.
Quick.
I had fun with this one, and in the end, I am going to give Wrong Turn 2 Dead End from 2007 a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It is not without its flaws, but I enjoyed this one more than the original from 2003. I think the plot is better, I think that the cannibals are better, their dynamic as a family is better, and I just think that it is a stronger movie overall. I do have a quick question though for anybody that has seen Wrong Turn 3. Does the green goo stuff at the end of this movie have anything to do with what the plot is going to be in Wrong Turn 3? Because if it is, I might be more interested in actually watching the sequel, because I want to know what that disgusting green slime stuff is. So there you have it, my initial thoughts and my review for my first time watching Wrong Turn 2 Dead End from 2007. If you've also seen this movie, I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are down in the comments section down below. Have you seen this one? Are you going to give this one a miss? I want to know, because I had a good time with this one. If you would like to know every single horror movie that I watch, not just the ones I talk about here on YouTube, you can also find me over on Instagram and Letterboxd at HordesOfHorror, or maybe even stick around and join the Horde here on YouTube. I will be back on Monday with another solo movie review, and this time we are going back to the 80s, because I have found the most ridiculous looking movie with the most adorable looking villain. So until next time, bye.